me in the studio now for more on this development. This could have been fatal. Theophilus, tell us how residents are taking this incident, especially as it involved school children.
Well, residents are not actually happy because from what we have heard from them, they've been calling for government support in every area. If you go to the area, it's quite far a distance from Ikorodu. I mean, we had to drive about an hour away from Ikorodu bus stop to get to the main area, and it seems like the school from the nearest school to them is at Odokekere. So you can see the distance, and so they were not happy with the fact that the building collapsed. I mean, it's community effort that was used in getting the school running, and so they were trying to build something that will be, because they believe in education, trying to build something that will help the community, will help the children go to school. But apparently, it's a possibility that the contractor might have done some bad job there. But as it is, it's for me, it comes with mixed feelings because it has now brought the residents, the community, up into the eye of the government, and so government has to do something about it.
Indeed.
And that's why I'm glad at the fact that the government is relocating the students to another area, to school, while they rebuild the schools to a perfect standard, which is very laudable.
Well, let's talk about the issue of maintenance. As someone who's covered several incidences like this, did you know of any plan by government for this school?
From what we saw there was no plan. There was no plan, and with every building collapse we've covered, with every incident we've covered, we hear the common denominator, the common thing we hear is this building was marked for demolition, but we do not see any signs. That is the answer the government will give to the question when it's asked, just to save face. But we were not told of any, excuse me, of any sign. There was nothing to show that the building will collapse. There was nothing to show that the government was doing anything about it. The community, the school was solely run by the community, built by the community. Everything was community effort. And so with all of these things, the government needs to understand that every community is a community. There are places where you get to and you wonder if this is in Nigeria because government's hand is not there. They have representatives there who are not doing anything. And so this has brought to question our leadership, because if a place has, thank God there was no death, but at least some people sustained injuries which can be managed. But if it was worse than this, we won't be saying the same thing. We won't be talking about the collapse of the school building. We'll be talking about the death that have been recorded, which would have been painful, looking at the fact that that community lacks infrastructure, lacks major roads. Now they don't have a school. The school was built by the community. And so these kinds of things shouldn't be occurring at every point.
Hopefully, this community gets the deserved government attention, as well as other communities that might be suffering the same fate. Theophilus Elamah, thank you for the update.